all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
DJ Eskimo saying the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet. Wicked tones, you know what I'm saying? What's
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Well, we're excited about it. We've had a kind of on a rebound year, continuing to try to get back to where our program we feel like it belongs, and we've made some good strides, had some nice little runs during the season. We played really good basketball. Got to continue to improve in a lot of different areas, and those areas, are areas that any team needs to improve in, whether it's rebounding, defending, or taking care of the basketball. Those are things we've got to work on to get better at.
Now, Coach, you've been in Western State 21 years. What do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment in your 21 years of being at one place, Northwestern State?
Well, one of the things we're really proud on is the fact that we've graduated almost 90% of our players since I've been here. And we're trying to get an education, but we have been to the NCAA tournament 3 times, winning 2 ball games, one first playing game that was ever played. I just went through when Greg Marshall played there, and then coached there actually, and then beating Iowa in the first round in 2006. Getting back in 2013 against Florida, played a great game, but the wheels kind of came off in the second half. But just that fact of graduating young men and putting themselves in a position to where we have a chance to be successful on the court and in the classroom and out in society.
Now, Coach, in the business of college coaching, where longevity is very, very rare, to be one place 21 years means you have to have a great president, a great AD who believes in you and your vision for the program. Talk about how key alignment is of administration and the basketball coaches and the players, so you can be somewhere like Northwestern State for 21 years without any interruption or severing tides.
Well, I think one of the things that makes it a little bit different. One, I'm from Louisiana. My father and his two brothers played here at Northwestern State. I didn't play here. I played at Louisiana Tech along with my other two brothers played at Louisiana Tech as also. My two sons ended up playing here. So once we came here, this kind of became our home because my dad played here, and it's one of those things that you talk about a lot of times, but you don't think about that when I got here, I had a 40-year head start on anybody else because my dad and his brothers had already been here at this institution. Therefore, there was a lot of people they went to school with that were in the community or whatever, and so it just helped me to get off the ground running. And then we experienced some success, and we were able to get guys to buy into what we're doing, and we just been able to stay. I think one of the biggest things that happens in today's market is everybody is moving. You know, being from Louisiana, had always coached in Louisiana, played my college career in Louisiana. It wasn't a situation that I was trying to try to go somewhere else because I had a base here. And I had seen coaches in Louisiana that had great bases. Their base was pretty good at Louisiana, and then they went off to other states and they tried to start over, and because they didn't have a base of recruiting, a base of support, it was very difficult for them to carry what they'd done in Louisiana to other states. So that's kind of just a situation where I felt strongly about that, being here and being a part of it, and thankful my administration, Mr. Greg Burks, my AD, and he hired me, and he's allowed us to do some things that here and work hard to try to stabilize our program and have a good program.
And, Coach, I know at your level, player development is real key at the lower D1 level. So talk about how player development on and off the court with these young men for strength and conditioning, eating right, sleeping right, and also on-court work with the assistant coaches to get better daily because you guys have to project young men. You're not getting the 5-star, 4-star guys. You're getting 3-star guys. You want to develop them into a 4-star guy. So let's talk a little bit about that dynamic when you're recruiting at the level you are in D1.
Well, I just think that, one, you got to have players that are hungrier than the other guys, and understanding what you said is true. You're trying to take a player and project them out to determine what they're going to be in their second, their third, and their fourth years. And sometimes, even have a redshirt year to put yourself in position to where they grow and they develop into what you're trying to develop them as players. But, right now, one's just walked back in the gym, and I told him early in the week, you got to get in and get you 100 extra makes a day because nobody else is in there getting it. We need you to be able to score the basketball and do the little things to be successful. So, that is so vitally important for them to understand that they got to do all the little things to try to improve and get better.
You got that right, Coach. I feel like, you get better every day. Some guys I'll get rid of summertime. Now, you have to work at your game daily, constantly perfect your craft because, like you said, if you get better incrementally each day, it's going to really pay off this time of year where you're in a tight race in the Southern Conference and you guys trying to get some seeding for the tournament. So you need guys to want to be committed right now because this is the key time where it's really truly is win or go home here in the next few weeks here.
That's exactly right. And, everybody plays for March. And, I always talk about you want to be playing your best basketball in March because that's when it matters. And especially at our level where we're at, you got to go win the conference tournament. It doesn't matter. You can have a great run and you not win the tournament and you're not getting into the NCAA tournament at this level. So, everybody has a chance. They just got to go put it all together and try to be successful in March.
Now, Coach, you kind of touched on briefly how you have a base in Louisiana for recruiting. Let's talk about that. So many top-notch schools, D1 schools in Louisiana, according to yourself, a lot of them in South Africa and your conference as well, in Louisiana, compete for the same guys. So how do you go about distinguishing Northwestern State from other schools in the state of Louisiana and also in your conference and say, hey, come play for us. We have a great program for you. We'll get you a good education and treat you like a young man supposed to be treated and love on you and help you in your career, whether it be basketball or something else after basketball's over with.
Well, I think relationships with players and high school coaches and AAU coaches is very, very important because you've got to have the relationship with those individuals to allow yourself to get able to get in the door to recruit young men that are possibly potential recruits. We've kind of been in a little bit of a lull because we've had several tough years in the last couple of years, but this past year, we kind of went outside of our borders a little bit and got a pair of twins from Greece, 6'10" and 6'8", and then we also recruited a young man named they're Nikos and Robert Ugos, and then we recruited to get a guy named Jovan Zelenbaba, whose daddy actually played for me 30 years ago at a junior college.
Wow.
And so that goes back to the relationships that I'm talking about. We were able to get him in here and get him ready to play. And Jovan's had some good games. Nico's had some good games. Robert's a guy that, will be a really good player before he leaves here, but he's not quite where he needs to be. But I do think the relationship part of it with local coaches and then expanding your borders, sometimes you have to do that because you got to do that. I know when I first came here, we had to go to Texas and get some kids, and then we were able to get to the NCAA tournament, and then we were able to get most Louisiana kids that we recruited. Most of the time we don't bring people to campus and not sign them. Most of the time when we bring them to campus, we know we're locked in and we have the opportunity to sign them. So we're fortunate in that, we've got a good base to recruit from, got good assistant coaches, Jeff Moore and Dave Simmons, longtime was head coach at McNeese. Jeff Moore is a longtime assistant for 15 years. Coach Simmons was with me for 7 years before he went to McNeese to be the head coach, and now he's been back with me 2 years along with Jake Spielbauer and Morris Scott. So we've got a really good staff, and we really are comfortable, feel like players are comfortable with them, and we're continuing to grow and continue to get better as a program and as a team.
And, Coach, how did you keep your team motivated after a tough non-conference season? Because, only winning 3 games could have broke some kids' spirit, but you guys are bouncing back right now, 9-8 in Southland Conference play. So how did you guys kind of get them to not take it so personally, the record, and just realize that, hey, we're playing to be better for our conference? If you don't have to play guaranteed games, go on the road, can't get really home games, all those layers involved with non-con scheduling. But how did you keep those guys motivated to play well as they have so far in the conference play so far?
Well, that's a great question, but it's also, very insightful of you to understand when you're going and getting a check to take care of the other programs in the school. It does get pretty tough. The way that I approach it is that we talk about we're playing in a lot of different venues to give you the opportunity to play at the level that you really thought you should be playing at. So you go do the best you possibly can, and you get better through these games to get prepared for the conference, to trying to get to the conference tournament, to try to get to the NCAA tournament to win games. So everything we do in November and December is going to have an impact on us in January, February, and March. And so you got to, if you do, the struggle with it is, and the key is not to lose your team before you get to conference play. The league went to something that I'm being real honest, I don't like 20-game schedules. But we got 20 games, so less than the number of guarantee games that we played this year. We only played 4. But, it is a situation that we're going to continue to work to play good people, to allow them to get themselves in a position to see exactly where they stand.
Yes, indeed. Big game tomorrow, Coach. Southeast Louisiana, David Kiefer, first year after Jay Ladner left and went to Southern Miss there. What's it on films a year ready for Coach Kiefer and his team, who's been strapping around, playing hard this year, but not quite the record they want to have so far?
Well, they're very talented. To me, they're probably they beat us in an overtime game here early on in the season, and they're really, really talented. And they had a couple guys out at that point. They've got them back. It's going to be a tough matchup. It'll be Von Julian's last game as a Southeastern line, a very, very, very good player, one that I have a lot of respect for. I recruited him, tried to get him here, lost him to Tulane, then ends up Southeastern, started 60-plus games for him, or 60 games for him the last couple of years. He redshirted that 1 year. Really, really a good player, and they'll be a handful tomorrow.
That's what I got for you, Coach. I know you mentioned your dad coached there as well. Your grandfather went to school there as well. So outside of those, who are the list of people who really have impacted your career in coaching, who's really helped you become the coach you are today?
Well, I was fortunate enough to play for some guys in college that were really good. Of course, my high school coach, J.C. Howe, was really a good coach. My junior high school coach still comes to every one of our games. He drives down here and watches us play on Saturday. Jerry Mosley, comes and there. But, I would say Scotty Robertson and Emmett Hendricks, who were my 2 college coaches. Scotty Robertson had a 24-year NBA career as three-team head coach, and it was the NBA. His last stint was with Phoenix Suns for about 10 years. He and Coach Charles Barkley there, and he and Charles Barkley were extremely close. But Scotty was a great, great coach and a guy that got the most out of his players. And then Emmett Hendricks was really a player's coach, in my opinion, that he allowed players to be able to do the things that they could do. And I think that had a pretty big impact on me. And actually, when I came back down here when I came to Northwestern, Emmett Hendricks lived here and owned a restaurant, so I got to kind of get recoached by him. And then I also had Coach Robertson come and be on my staff for about a 6-month period after he left the Miami Heat, and working with Pat Riley in his last 4 years in the NBA. Came down and spent some time with me here, and I thought that was really, really insightful to me to learn from somebody that had been 24 years in the NBA. But I'll tell you something that was really interesting. When he was in college, all he talked about was offense. It was defense. Defense. When he came back from the pros, all he wanted to do was talk about offense.
Wow.
You know, so it's kind of amazing how his philosophy changed in that period of spending all that time there.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach McConathy, thank you for your time today. It's been great to have you on the show. Hope to do it again with you down the road. Well, best of luck to you tomorrow against Southeastern.
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you so much, Coach.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.